Today's Bible reading is taken from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 16, verses 1 to 10, and today's Gospel according to John, chapter 15, verses 18 to 21. Acts of the Apostles, chapter 16, verses 1 to 10. Paul traveled on to Derbe and Lystra, where a Christian named Timothy lived. His mother, who was also a Christian, was Jewish, but his father was a Greek. All the believers in Lystra and Iconium spoke well of Timothy. Paul wanted to take Timothy along with him, so he circumcised him. He did so because all the Jews who live in those places knew that Timothy's father was Greek. As they went through the town, they delivered to the believers the rules decided upon by the apostles and elders in Jerusalem and told them to obey those rules. So the churches were made stronger in the faith and grew in numbers every day. They traveled to the region of Phrygia and Galatia because the Holy Spirit did not let them preach the message in the province of Asia. When they reached the border of Mysia, they tried to go into the province of Bithynia, but the Spirit of Jesus did not allow them. So they traveled right on through Mysia and went to Troas. That night, Paul had a vision in which he saw a Macedonian standing and begging him, "Come over to Macedonia and help us." As soon as Paul had this vision, we got ready to leave for Macedonia because we decided that God had called us to preach the good news to the people there. Today's Gospel according to John chapter 15 verses 18 to 21. Gospel of John chapter 15 verses 18 to 21. If the world hates you, just remember that it has hated me first. If you belong to the world, then the world would love you as its own. But I chose you from this world, and you do not belong to it. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you, no slave is greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you too. If they obeyed my teaching, they will obey yours too. But they will do all this because you are mine, for they do not know the one who sent me. Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. May God our Father and Son Jesus fill you with His mercy, peace and love. Amen.